Here. Welcome to my channel. So on this channel, we cover everything essentially stocks, Forex, crypto. So we go over I go over some companies and also go over the market on a weekly basis. All right, so I just wanted to take about 5 to 10 minutes this morning to cover what the markets went, especially in the Forex this week. So a lot of movements, and I think it's looking good for next week. A lot of potential setup. So if you're watching live, just drop me where you're watching from. And then if you're watching the recording, again, thanks a lot for watching. And then make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button as well to be reminded when I go live. So let's start here. All right, so let's do. All right, let's go. So if we start, so I'm just going to cover about 10 pairs. So if we start here, so we, so DXY, so the US dollar currency index. All right, so it's been, as you've seen, it's been going up for quite a bit now. If we look at the day, so I feel like it's been a steady increase in that, and eventually on the bigger 1, 2, 3 movement, might expect maybe a movement down, right? So we saw a bit of that this week. If we go back to the 4 hours, and then there was just a speech just about a few minutes ago, and I think it went back up slightly again, so which drove most of the U.S. pairs up or down, depending how they're matched essentially. So if we so now we can expect, so we need to actually keep a look at this one. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. Are we going to form a flag to go to the downside? That's a potential. So let's wait for next week. Euro, USD. So we had a small bearish flag here, and eventually it came down and then went back up because the decrease of the DXY, especially this week. So now I think we'll be cautious a little bit. There could be another movement down here to maybe set up for a buy. So yeah, so look to go long from probably the bottom. But then let's have a look here. So we've got our trend line. If it breaks that and then supports, then retest it, we might be going on the upside for the euro versus US dollar. So wait and see on this one. So GBP USD, all right. So that one actually has been coming down for quite some time now. Most of the GBP pairs, again, to be cautious, especially. I think October there's more vote about the Brexit, so let's be cautious of that. So what we might expect to see. So it's been going down, but now it broke the actual trend line for a potential setup to the upside now. So let's keep looking at this one for a second. All right, so wait for a bearish flag before selling. So it looks like it's setting up for potential. No, wait for bearish flag before selling. No, that was earlier. That's not valid. So actually now it broke the trend line. So we're looking for a possible bullish flag to be on the way up, right? So that's different. So now it looks like it's starting to set up. So I'm just going to keep an eye on the MACD, see if it's going to retest, and then we're going to be ready for the next movement up if that's the case. AUD USD. So I took a trade on this this week, kind of around that area, and then on the way up, I stopped around here, just being cautious about the rest of the week. But anyway, it still went up. So now we're going towards our bigger time frame. Let's look at a day. So bigger time frame, it's been going down for so long, especially for the AUD pair. So there might be a nice push up to be expected. So let's wait. Potential setup here to continue on the upside, and then potentially break that, and then set up for even a longer buying process with AUD USD. USD CAD. So yeah, so it's been on the bigger 1, 2, 3 here. So it's now, it looked like it was going back up again. And then since the US index kind of went down this week, so it pushed the dollar up, the Canadian dollar up. So that means the US dollar down. So I think at this point now, we're looking for potential another sell since it broke that. So we might be trending down at this particular moment. So let's have a look here. So now, yeah, so it came down and then not much from this morning. So I might be looking for now a potential kind of bearish flag to continue to move to the downside. So now it's pretty low MACD and stuff. So I would wait for pullback potentially and then continue down on the USD CAD. And then on USD CHF, yeah, so on this one, I think we had a potential. So price broke out on that trend line again. So a lot of pairs now with breaking out of trend lines. That's what next week might be really good for that. A lot of potential setups. So it broke, and then that's what you need to wait for, right? So you need a retest, but it actually came right back down to that up to that trend line going up, right? So it tested right back down. So and now since then they actually went back up again, and then hopefully we can for this one support at this level, and then look for potential buy now on USD dollar. But then again, we have to be cautious really where the US dollar is going. So just watch out on the index next week. USD JPY, so that one again has been kind of going down. We'll see later with GBP JPY that's been trending down for quite some time, and it looks like it looked like it did the same thing with the US dollar. So again on this one, let's get this one same color, so yellow. So watch for a breakout and reversal from here. Again, what you're looking for in this case would be, so push up and then wait for some kind of retest of this for a longer term upside setup. All right, so you just need to be patient. Don't jump right when it breaks out. If the move has already happened, just wait, and then it's going to come back. If it doesn't, then let it go. It will eventually come back and give you some kind of flag setup to go for the upside. So be patient with US dollar. So GBP, JPY. So that one earlier I was caught in a buy right from here or something like that. So it went against me quite a bit. But now it looks like we might potentially have our breakout to the upside. So let's have a look here. So I broke this week, right? So that yellow trend line again coming down right from, let's look at the daily here. All right, so it's starting coming down right in May. So it's been coming down for like quite some time now. So May, June, July, August. So now it looks like we might potentially have, at least movement up at this point. I don't know if it's going to be for a correction, bigger picture to even more downside to GBP. Let's wait and see, especially Brexit might be a good indicator of that. But I think you might be expecting coming back up until Brexit, and then we'll see what happens from there. For Brexit, yeah, there's supposed to be a vote in October, but I think they're trying to make that happen a bit earlier. I'm not sure. It's tough to keep up with all that politic. All right, so yeah, so I broke the trend line. So now what we're waiting to see would be a kind of retest. It looks like it's setting up pretty good now. We just need to let it play out a bit more, and then potentially go on the upside from this point on. And I think it's looking pretty much the same for Euro JPY. It's been coming down. It broke out here and then it came right back down, and it's breaking out. So be patient. So it seems we have a lot of. Let's have a look here. There's a lot of movement in that price range. So let's see if it. Whoops. Let's see if it holds at that and then if it does break out to the upside, then you can really be ready for buy setups from that point on. So as I said before, the Australian pairs have been going down for quite some time now. And then if we look at AUD, Swiss franc, it's been pretty much, if we look at the weekly, it's pretty much at an all-time low. It hasn't been there since, well, last time it was down there was 21 September 2015, but like it's never been that low. So I think we have a lot of room for potential buy, and that could be, you could be looking for buy setups probably for the next 6 months to probably the year. Essentially, it could be a hold that you can have for the entire year if you're patient enough. So if you find yourself in a lot of setups, you blow your account and stuff, it could be, sometimes a good trade to hold long term. But then again, so we're looking at this here, and then with the major quarter point 69.50. So let's see if it holds above that, and especially that trend line. And we might be looking for I might be looking to get into this one for longer term. So AUD Swiss franc might be a good setup to look at. Just be patient again. You can look at the daily candles. So now it broke on this one. So let's see if we can get maybe another candle that stays above that, 1 or 2 candles on the daily, and then you can be ready to go on the way up. And finally, so since I like crypto as well, so let's have a look at BTC. So it looks like it's finally breaking out of this downtrend since it hit high around like 14,000. So I might be looking for a potential nice setup, another push up. So again, same kind of idea, just wait for a retest and see where it plays out. So that sums it up pretty much for a lot of potential good setups for next week, especially swing trade or even position trading. A lot of good setups for you about that. So just be patient. Let's change the screen here. All right, so as I said, I just covered quickly the setups for this week. We're 6th of September 2019. And yeah, a lot of good setups. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so before you invest any money, just make sure you consult your financial advisor. Do not risk the money you can't afford losing. So a good disclaimer on that. So if you liked this video, I'm going to keep doing videos as much as possible. If you liked the video, just make sure you hit the subscribe button and also the bell to be reminded when I'm going live. I like to do some of these live, see if I can catch a bit of people and then get some interaction, get some questions going. So again, thanks for, and then again, if you're on the recording, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.